This is Split This Rock Poetry Festival, Poems of Provocation and Witness.
My name is Sarah Browning. I'm the co-director of Split This Rock Poetry Festival here in Washington, D.C. In 2003, when the United States invaded Iraq, D.C. poets came together and created D.C. Poets Against the War. Poets came together to use their poetry to reclaim the language. Language was being manipulated and used over and over again as propaganda, and it flattens the language. And poetry revives it. It injects blood back into the language.
Click! Click! Roxy has a secret, and I know it. Click! Roxy, fresh from the Dominican Republic, lives on the first floor. And me, a Haitian, talking American, I live on the third. She's 12 years old and I'm 9, but we're friends because neither of us is allowed to go outside.
So, I had to try to resolve it, and, it turned out to be pretty simple. Africa is my grandmother, Jamaica, where I was born and grew up till I was 17, is my mother, and Canada is my spouse of choice. And that's why I get so much criticism and screaming at. So
we decided here in DC that it was time to do something on a larger scale. And it was time for a national event here in the nation's capital.
Split this rock. Split this rock. Split this rock. As you know, the publicity goes on to say these are poems of provocation and witness. And in fact, the brochure quotes the lines from Langston Hughes, in which it says, "Don't you hear this hammer ring? I'm gonna split this rock and split it wide. And when I split it wide, stand by my side." And that is his call. It is the call of this event. It is the call of this festival.
Poets have an opportunity and a responsibility to help cut through the propaganda, help name the injustices. Too often, it's invisible what's happening.
My teacher asked the black boys in the class what it's like to be America's biggest target. No one seems to notice he doesn't ask the black girls anything. And we're too used to being America's biggest disappearing act to mind being ignored. We are the girls of the soil, and this is an adult conversation, so we pacify our fears by reciting the names of dead black boys because we have no names to call our own. My teacher did not ask me a question, but I answer anyway, because you have to say my name to call on me, and that's all the proof I need that I exist in this moment. America has helped me realize invisibility ain't much of a superpower. They say you need a voice to speak up, but black girls have a knack of dying soundlessly, so how can I be a martyr if I was never invited to the movement? They march on our bones and recite the names of men like girls that look like me ain't died on these same streets for these same reasons. My only contribution to the hashtag is my womb.
Ya Baba, I have fallen in love with Beckett. I stumble upon my Arabic inflections, confuse subject and object, but I have promised Al-Mutanabbi I will come back. Promise. Some people are kind. They say, welcome, bienvenue, ahlan. Here's a toy, a blanket, a sandwich, here away from the slaughter, but also from my bed, my balconies, my books. There is no space for me to make love to you here. Here, Nina Simone still sings, got my liver, got my blood, so here. Despite the children sleeping on the floor, and the tents, and the sea, and much, much more, kiss me. For where else do we carry home now, Habibi? If not on our lips.
It's really exciting to see this thing take off like a rocket ship. When Sarah Browning innocently approached me and she says, I have an idea for a poetry festival. And since we are the poetry place, she said, maybe you guys can help us to kind of push it forward and so on. And so immediately we got on board here at Busboys and Poets, and we're so excited and thrilled to be part of this incredible festival. Poetry has always been important to me. It's always been important in my life. The language of the subversive. It's a language of provocation. It's a language that lies underneath the regular language that you hear every day. And so it is how revolutions begin. It's how change begins. It's with change of those words that only poets can bring out. Words that have such powerful meaning and such deep, deep, deep understanding that they go beyond the din that people are used to on a daily basis. So it's wonderful to see Split This Rock really taking an important role to that.
Big buddy, ain't you gonna stand by me? Big buddy, ain't you gonna stand by me?
If I got to fight, I'll fight like a man.
If I got to fight, I'll fight like a woman.
Say, big buddy, won't you lend a hand?
Ain't you gonna stand by me, big buddy?
Big buddy, don't you hear this hammer ring?
Hey, big buddy.
Don't you hear this hammer ring? I'm gonna split this rock.
And split it wide.
When I split this rock,
stand by my side. Say, big buddy, don't you hear this hammer ring?